Well done, team. It's good to see the safe house filling up again. The only way we're going to keep London from falling into total oppression is by rebuilding the resistance. We need to recruit, train, build back our arsenal. The people are itching to rise up and take their city back. We just need to show them that DedSec are fighting along with them.
Well, I joined your little club to take down the bastards profiting off our misery.
And it's a good bet they'll try again. I believe they were responsible for the bombings and framed DedSec. With your help, I plan to get to the bottom of this mystery.
I'd say that's a full docket. Enough talk. Let's unfuck London.
Just be cool.
You do your bedroom. But me don't want to waste my time on that.
It's hard to see this place reduced to a pile of rubble. And to think of all the people that died in the bombings.
Aren't they supposed to be rebuilding? Nothing's been done. Said Albion sniffing around like dogs for a bone. Something's dodgy.
You got a point. So, what should I be looking for, Bagley?
Any kind of device or component that could still be emitting the signal. It seems to be coming from within the rubble.
What the fuck?
This is it. The signal is coming from this spider-bot fragment. No indication yet who it belongs to.
Seen better days, eh? Guess I know the feeling. What the hell was it doing here?
Difficult to say, but with an AR reconstruction, we may be able to see what happened to it and if it relates to the attack. Access data relays in the vicinity, and I can compile enough data to build the AR reconstruction. Perfect. 2 more data relays to go. data relay and I'll have it. That should do it. Now I'll just take the audio from this stream and the video from these 36 and... Got it. Go back to where you found that spider bot and I'll show you the AR reconstruction from the night of the explosion.
Yeah, I got it.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
You brought the payload?
What, think we'd go back to you?
Don't trust the Kelly dog.
Oh, fucking hell. Those Clan Kelly rats are behind the bombings.
Looks like a delivery. The Kellys were probably just the supplier.
Who was the last they met with? She wasn't a Kelly. She could be part of Zero Day.
Well, don't just stand there. Keep looking. The reconstruction continues behind that rubble.
Bloody hell. Am I supposed to tunnel through this? Or do you have some quantum thingy I can use?
Quantum tunnel technology's at least 10 years away, but spider-bots and drones are here today. You could try one of those if you don't feel like waiting.
Not a bad idea.
Why don't you aim those human eyeballs of yours at the van's cargo?
Yeah, I got it.
RDX nitrogen, and the exact same detonator system like the bombs that were planted at Parliament.
0 Day's MO.
There, hurry. We got all the deliveries.
So you were hired to supply all the targets?
Shut it, we're all on need to know.
So, this 0 Day roped in the old cadre of villainy into pulling off their scheme.
That's certainly one way to pull off a massive coordinated attack while remaining anonymous. 0 Day needed manpower and resources, but they needed them at an arm's length. And it doesn't take the world's greatest AI detective to see that both Clan Kelly and Albion benefited in the aftermath. Unfortunately, this is the most we can get out of the AR reconstruction. But if we could find the mystery officer who was spying through the spider bot, maybe they could tell us more. Tracing the Spider-Bot serial number, it was assigned to New Scotland Yard 3 years ago. Perhaps more information about its user or its assignment will be available at the station.
The old Bill had a tail on the real bombers. They sure have kept their mouths shut. Suppose they were in on it too.
The only way to know for sure is to investigate New Scotland Yard.
Albion has this station by the bollocks.
And the entire police service. But don't worry, if you're not pleased with your privatised goon squad, just take your business across the street.
Fuck me. I never thought I'd live to see the day where I miss the bloody cops.
Not to worry, the only difference now is the uniform, assault weapons, and the fact they're motivated by profit over public service. Now, any record or information on the Spider-Bot will be further in.
Is this the Spider-Bot we've been looking for?
According to the serial numbers, this matches the piece of Spider-Bot from the Tone bombing site.
Can you tell who last used it?
Navigate the Spider-Bot from out of that room. I'll need a direct connection in order to learn more from our bisected friend.
All right.
That's a part of the remote detonator system from Parliament. If the Met, or Albion rather, actually analysed it, they would see it wasn't DedSec's handiwork at all. That opening right there looks like a good exit point. Right, get comfy. This Spider-Bot might be broken and missing some of its legs, but it can still jump and fit through vents. That's a good way to get through the station undetected. That's Dalton's mask. It must have been recovered from Parliament. It might be the only thing left of him now. Buggery fuck, you look at all this junk. You'll have to jump your way across to get to the next vent opening.
Decided they couldn't be trusted to do their jobs. Suddenly some corporation could clean up our streets better than the same police force we've had for who knows how long. When crime fighting is treated like a business, crime will never go away. That would be bad for business, right? So don't tell me Albion has our best interests at heart. Sod that.
If the police could handle their job, Albion wouldn't be necessary. But they can't. The Tone bombing is a perfect example. A bunch of lazy, overpaid cops who are asleep at the wheel. Well, they're not at the wheel anymore, are they?
I've been around.
You're almost there. Make your way through this last vent path.
Can't shoot me if they can't see me.
ID check.
Oh, all right then.
no,
this won't
no, no.
hurt, will it?
Hold still during the scan.
I'm holding still as best I can.
Scanning. You're clear. Move on.
And a good day.
Oi, you. Get your ass over here.
What? Why? What the fuck did I do?
Useless flap of skin.
Hold still during the scan.
Yeah, I am holding still.
Remain where you are. Your profile triggered an alert.
What? That's impossible!
Up.
Nothing on my end.
Got it.
Scanning Spybot and accessing its internal drives. While I'm analysing this data, you should make yourself scarce. Unless you'd like to explain to your new, heavily armed, privatised police force why you've broken into the station.
All right, fine.
Sweeping the area.
Get ambushed.
Area clear!
The Spiderbot fragment you found has a satellite-based GPS module that regularly pushed its location to a specific ground station.
A secret location. Well, further and further down the rabbit hole we go.
Pushing you the ground station's coordinates. The GPS history of the Spiderbot we recovered regularly pinged these coordinates. Our mystery witness to the real bombers must have come to this lovely, damp location several times.
Dark, remote, underground. Well, it's a perfect hideout to plan a coup.
Or to discreetly dump a body into the Thames.
Bagley, how on earth am I supposed to get inside?
I'm detecting a surveillance network guarding a space under this bridge. If you can patch into it, perhaps you can take a look inside.
That crosses the line.
Now, where did you go off to? Drone, begin search.
Bloody hell. It's an off-the-books cop shop. Someone on the force had a bit too much time on their hands.
Well, if Albion was stomping all over your workplace, you'd find a different place to store your lunch too. And it seems our mystery officer was dedicated.
So what kind of personal project were they working on that brought them to the Tone bombing?
The computer's dusty enough to kill an asthmatic, but there may still be something useful on it.
This is Inspector Caitlin Lau. Well, former inspector now. Since Albion's coup, the Met is no more. The police brass had already buried the evidence anyway. Everything implicating Albion and Clan Kelly in the bombings. But I know Mary Kelly's band of twats were involved, and they're involved in other crimes we can look into. Me and a few good mates are willing to go off book, going after Mary Kelly again. I'll never fucking learn, will I? Inspector Caitlin Lau, video log. Clan Kelly and Albion are teamed up on some deal. I don't have all the details, but it looks to be human trafficking. The European Processing Center is the Albion angle. Since the bombings, they can grab anyone off the street. Call them illegal immigrants, potential DedSec insurgents, whatever. Though we know who the real danger is.
So, our mystery officer was Inspector Caitlin Lau. It sounds like Mary Kelly was her white whale, and her investigation led her to the bombings.
Right. So it just confirms that Albion and the fucking Kellys are working together. Roaches, the lot of them.
It seems like Zero Days Web covers all of the unsavory bits of London. Tug on a thread, and it leads back to them. Clan Kelly and Albion included.
Oh, sods are being grabbed off the street. Like the bloody Stasi all over again. We have to do something about it.
Inspector Lau mentioned Albion is running their part of the operation out of the EPC. Detectives like us call that a lead.
You prick.
Any other patrols have eyes on the suspect, over?
No way. What? He didn't. No.
This Albion